apart from their Egyptian neighbors, and so forbid many Egyptian practices, such as wearing two different types of fabric and the eating of pork, shellfish, and desert game such as hares. So that go to show you that go like what we're reading right now. Go ahead.
And ye shall be holy unto me, for I the Lord am holy, and have served you
Severed you.
and have served you from other people, that ye shall be mine.
Right, you should be mine. Let's go back now. It says right back to where it was. It says on the wall of tombs the dead are portrayed drinking from bowls of milk, if not nursing from the great cow itself Hathor. This is Ushhabti milking a cow right here. As the motherly cow Hathor, who was an Egyptian goddess, so-called goddess, gave the king her divine milk and protected him as a cow protects her calf. The image of Hathor, the divine cow, suckling the pharaoh was quite common in ancient Egyptian art. The cow goddess Hesat, who also thought to have nursed the pharaohs, who was, was also thought to have nursed the pharaohs, as well as several bull gods. The ancient Egyptians referred to milk as the bear of Hesat. In a time when many women died in childbirth, the ability of cow's milk to sustain a human baby was deeply appreciated. According to Diodorus, there were 365 tables. Um, that should be about it. I don't think it should be much more. No, I'll continue reading. There might be some more meat up in here. According to Diodorus, there were 365 tables around the temple of Osiris on the island of Bigi in Nubia, where daily libations of milk were placed. Ramses II is pictured on a stela offering milk to the god Amun. Thutmose III endowed the temple at Thebes with riches unheard of previously. Among them were 3 lone cows of the cattle of Zahi, 1 lone cow of the cattle of Cush, total 4 lone cows, in order to draw milk thereof into jars of electrum each day, and the cause to be offered to my father Amun. In their tomb, art nobles are promised that they will be fed by the milk of Isis and become as enduring stars. The Heb Kau offered the milk of light to the deceased. The cobra goddess Reninnutet was thought to give children their Ren, sacred named souls, with their mother's milk, and cobra-shaped bowls used for holding milk have been found. This is a vessel in the shape of Taweret used for holding milk. There were also vessels in the shape of pregnant goddess Taweret, made for holding milk, with holes and plugs in each of her nipples for pouring. Fucking freaks. It has been calculated that each pot holds just over 4 fluid ounces, roughly the equivalent of milk produced by one breast at one feed. Fucking heathens. We got a little more. We're not gonna read this whole thing. We're just gonna get to the point that I wanna get to. It says this is the touregypt.net. It says Egypt Taweret, goddess demoness of birth. Yeah, that's exactly what she's, a damn demoness, a damn demon of birth, rebirth in the northern sky. Taweret, not gonna read these names here. The great female was the ancient Egyptian goddess of maternity and childbirth. Zoom in. Let's get you brothers can't see it. Protector of women and children. Like Bes, she was both a fierce demonic fighter as well as a popular deity who guarded the mother and her newborn child. Okay. See. I'm gonna go right to the point. There you go. Here's the point I want to get to. I'm gonna read up a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna read this little paragraph here. Jump right to it, because she was also a fertility goddess. I'm reading right here. Damn, there's a lot of good stuff here. I'm gonna start from here. It was in her role of a protector. See everything I have highlighted here? It was in her role of a protector that she was seen as a goddess. As the mother hippo was protective of her young, Taweret was believed to be protective of Egyptian children. She was often shown holding the Sa hieroglyph of protection or the Ankh hieroglyph for life. She was thought to assist women in labor and scare off demons that might harm the mother or child. War is over. Okay. Because hippos are denizens of the fertile Nile mud, Egyptians also saw them as symbols of rebirth and rejuvenation. The birth-related aspect of the hippo's powers also appears in the complicated shape of the goddess Tauret, who protects women in childbirth. She was also a goddess relating to fertility. She was goddess of harvest, as well as a goddess who helped with female sexuality and pregnancy. In this capacity, she was linked with the goddess Hathor. As a fertility goddess, she was closely associated with the inundation of the Nile, especially at Jabal al-Silsila. Amulets of Tauret were popular, used for the expectant mother because of Tauret's protective powers. These were even found at Akhenaten. Akhenaten had no power to stop his people from needing the protection of this goddess, or Bes, despite his attempts to replace the gods and goddesses of Egypt with the Aten. Her picture was also found on women's cosmetic tools, headrest, jewelry. There were even vessels in the shape of the goddess, with a hole in one of her nipples for pouring. It was thought that she would assign magical protection when accompanied with a spell to the milk poured through these vessels. A little more. Um, yeah, that's good right there. There's another one that's the Oriental Institute of the University of Chicago. Okay, read from right here. It says this says fragment of a tomb wall, plaster, straw, pigment, New Kingdom, Dynasty 18, reigns of Thutmose IV, Amenhotep III. See, it says cattle such as these shown in this fragment from a tomb wall were among the most important domesticated animals in ancient Egypt. Farmers raised them for milking or for fattening and slaughter as food. Cattle hide provided leather for products that range from sandals to military shields. As draught animals, cattle could serve varied purposes. In this tomb scene, they are pulling a funeral cordage, no longer visible, while an attendant purifies the funeral route by sprinkling milk on the ground. On Egyptian farms, cattle pulled plows through the moist and fertile soil created by the flooding of the Nile, while sowers followed behind, scattering grain for the year's crops. Most Egyptian people were farmers. Their main crops were the staples of life: emmer, wheat, and barley for making bread and beer, and flax for making linen cloth. Now I want you to get uh read that Exodus 23 and 19 one more time.
It's Exodus 23.
In fact, you can get the other one since you read that one. You get 34.
Okay.
What's on 34?
34 and 26, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exodus 34 and 26.
Even though they both say the same thing, because why? The Most High wants to drill it inside our head, right? Go ahead.
Exodus 34 and 26. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy power. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk.
Keep that in mind. The first of the first fruits of the land, right? Because the Egyptians did this for their crops. Now let's look up the first fruits. What? Not gonna look that up yet. We're gonna look up why the Egyptians did this to their crops, right? This is a book right here. I don't really like this commentary stuff, but certain when you look at historical things outside the scriptures, you lead you a bunch of different web pages and all of that. Right now, see if I can find the page. Yeah, I think I just lost it. Hold on, let me go back down. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find the page. I want to move it. Okay, it's page the title page. It's page 63 down there. But this is Exodus 23, and this is verse 19, and they give you a historical significance of it. Let me zoom in a little bit and go down. Give me 1 second. Hopefully, brother can see it. It's right here. It says no, now jump to Exodus 23 and 19. Even though 34 and 26 says the same thing, just because what we're reading is Exodus 23:19. In fact, does it say first fruits in that verse?
Yeah.
In 29?